Hotbars and GUI, let's get it. First one that we're gonna do, Fancy's GUI overhaul. Now this one, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. It's very simple. It makes everything kind of just in dark mode. That's really all it does. And hey, it's easier on your eyes. The hotbar on the bottom as well, and the inventory system. And so if you ever wanted a dark mode version of the regular Minecraft GUI, hey, this is perfect. Now I put myself in survival here, and it's exactly the same. There's no change of the hearts. You know what? That's okay. Moving on from that, we're just gonna select a single hotbar change. And this is kind of a more cutesy one. We got a little frog bouncing around in the hotbar. We got a little frog that's for our experience here. We got little mushrooms for our little hunger bar there, and change of pace with the hearts as well. It's a new design. There's no change in the inventory system, unfortunately, but if you wanted a small change, then there you go. You have it. This next one is called Night Stylized GUI, and as you could already tell, it looks so sick. This is a really cool resource pack for GUI. Honestly, it looks very similar to something like Bedrock Edition. The only difference is it's got yellow and blue instead of gray and green. And it even changes the hotbar as well as the inventory itself. So to be honest, it's something that I would download personally on my own time. And so if you like the style of this, I mean, you got a little XP bar on the bottom, little change on that. It looks more simple. I would definitely get it if I were you. Reimagine GUI dark themed. Now this one is also more like Bedrock Edition, but it kind of goes with that gray and green, as you could tell here. But if we go into the actual game, you could see the UI is different, and it looks so sick. The little chiseled in inventory. The hotbar itself is also different. The hearts as well as the experience level. Also, I noticed this too is when you attack, instead of being a white sword, it is just a yellow bar, which honestly, I like it. The crafting system also has a change, which is really cool. And so I'm a pretty big fan of this texture pack. I won't lie. Okay, once again, going to more cutesy type of theme. We've got Extra Flowers GUI. Hey, you gotta fit it in with everybody else. Have a nice variety of texture packs here. And we got the game menu is already changed. The UI is slightly different. Honestly, I really like that. You got the change of color for the numbers here, and they're changed to pink, as well as the text box itself. Raw beef, raw pork chop, and then inside the UI for the inventory system, we've got some change here. Unfortunately, this doesn't look like it's changed at all, but the main bit here is good. And I do like the little bumps in the inventory. That's pretty cool. Almost looks 3D. That's nice. I like that detail. So if you're interested in this one, definitely grab it. Now we move on to the next one. Now, as you could tell, I didn't even change anything in here. However, the hotbar is different. If you look on the bottom there, we've got a change in the hotbar. The hunger bar looks like water, and the hearts, yeah, that's just little plants there. If you can tell, the XP looks really, really cool. If we just take out our friendly pig here, we can get some XP, and you can tell the XP is going up. There's like an overgrown grass there. Like the pink grass is going up. As you can see, that's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, that's cool. All right. Enough of the cutesy stuff. But the hotbar, dude, the hotbar looks so sick. Now the XP bar, you could already tell, is different, but also the hotbar itself. The hearts don't change, neither does the hunger bar, but I think it's a pretty clean change to make it more modernized if you wanted to go with that. For something so simple, I'm curious, would you actually download this? Now, I was going to try this simplistic UI system here, but unfortunately, simplistic GUI does not work. It is incompatible. However, we've got Solarpunk GUI, and this one is a complete overhaul. The hotbar itself, you can already tell, is different, and it's a big change, but when we go over to our inventory, it's also a big change. Yeah, this is kind of crazy here. Once again, the recipe book does not change. Bit unfortunate here, but if you know how to craft, you should be good. The hearts have been changed to golden, and the food is leaves as well. So it's almost like an eco-friendly GUI theme, which is very interesting. It's probably not something I would use on a normal basis, but certainly interesting. I'll give them that. I do like this little light bulb here. It's a nice attention to detail to say, hey, you're crafting something and you created something. Congratulations. Thomas Edison creating the light bulb. It's pretty cool. But let's move on. Okay, if that simplicity texture pack wasn't already simple enough, holy crap, almost fell on that, then this one is even more simple. We've got transparent UI. And when I go in my inventory, it's also transparent as well. I'm definitely not a fan of this. I like to see my borders here, and you can see in the hotbar here that there are no borders at all for any of this. So if I were to get rid of all of this, I mean, mean, it looks clean. I'll give them that, but something that's a little out of my taste. But if you're interested in it, that's something I would recommend because not only does it change the inventory system, but also the crafting table, as well as the furnace and pretty much any other probably inventory system, you know, like a chest. So let's make a chest here, slap it down, and yeah, so the chest is also changed as well. Okay, moving on to something very, very fun. Vampiric hotbar. Oh my days. Since we are a vampire, according to this, we need blood, bro. We need blood. That's what we need. Cooked mutton, eat that up, and our hunger bar, blood bar goes up. I'm a huge fan of the hearts as well as the hot bar itself and the experience bar. It's very fantasy, very medieval. It's super, super cool. I really wish that the inventory system changed as well, which is probably somewhere, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to find it. But if you happen to find it, then that's a good find. Okay. Moonsu better hotbar. Once again, another hotbar texture pack. So the inventory doesn't change, but the hotbar itself, that changed. And for the better too. It looks pretty unique. The food bar is apples or strawberries, something like that. I can't really tell, but the hearts have changed and it looks like the XP bar is actually bamboo. Very interesting. I don't know if that's actually what it's supposed to be, but that's kind of what it looks like, which is cool. And then the hot bar itself, honestly, it looks more like steampunk than anything else, which I kind of dig. It's nice. Colorful containers. Now this one is, if I go into my furnace, you can see a big change in the furnace. It looks like an actual furnace. We've got the chest and the crafting table. Big change for that. It looks really cool. Now the actual inventory system itself, that is a nice change. We've got a little crafting table here similar to this big one, but you know, it's a lot smaller. And when you go to your recipe crafting, that has a nice change as well. Something that most of these texture packs don't actually do. So I applaud them for that. The hot bar does not change, unfortunately, but it's okay. You know, we got a nice change already. Loads of change already. We've got the chest itself. Also a big change, which is cool. And say I wanted to have a double chest and the UI stays the same. So I am ultimately a really big fan of this texture pack. Additionally, this texture pack does have a light mode. So there is a light and dark mode. So if I go to my inventory, there's obviously here the light version, as well as over here too. And this other texture pack that I showed you actually was the dark mode. So it's not normally dark. Okay, since it is nighttime, we might as well talk about space, right? We've got the sky that's got nice little stars. Where am I going with this? Okay, look at my UI, okay, a little bit right there. Look at that little... The hot bars, it's definitely different for sure. If I go to my inventory, holy smokes, we got some good loot here. The little galaxy goes to... Oh my gosh, we got a nice change in the recipe book section. Hold up, I did not expect this, but man... It's nice. This is called the Cosmos Fabric Texture Pack for GUI, and it's nice. Honestly, if you like space, it's nice. For my taste, it's a little too messy. I'm just gonna be honest here. I feel like everything probably could have been a little on the blurry side. Would be nice if all these little cosmos, and especially in my hotbar, everything should have been kind of blurred. But nevertheless, we've got my hearts are changed to the earth. A bunch of little earths. Okay, that's cool. And then a bunch of little moons for my hunger bar. Apparently, we're eating moons. That's kind of insane. And I've got 10 hearts internally that are the size of a planet. Honestly, pretty fire. Kind of like a queso reference, if you really think about that, eating planets and such. But the game menu also changes here too, which is, you know, it's fun. This isn't something I would normally use for sure, but if you like space, this is the one for you. All right, I had some doubts about this one, but this is the glass GUI, and man, it actually looks pretty fire. Everything almost looks icy. I mean, I know that it's supposed to be, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know it was supposed to be glass, but it looks more like ice. A texture pack I would definitely enable if I was, you know, it's winter time, you know, because holy smokes, this could hurt your eyes for sure. Maybe because it's nighttime, I don't know, but nevertheless... Hey, whoa, back off. As I was saying, this is overall a pretty cool texture pack if you are into, well, I guess the ice, and glass. Okay, I like that too. The recipe book does change. Again, not something that most texture packs do, but this one just so happens to do it, which is nice. All right, let's get out of here and move on to the steampunk fabric texture pack. Now, this is really cool. You could already tell here that there's a nice change here. Steampunk gears and conveyor belts else here. Like, I don't, it's crazy. The only problem is that it's a big sad moment for the inventory system here. There's nothing here for the inventory, the crafting, the chest. All that we've got is the attack bar, which is, oh, a potato? That's kind of rare, huh? But yeah, all we have, unfortunately, is, oh, creeper, get back. All we have is a hotbar change, which is a bit unfortunate, I will admit. As I move along, it's kind of hard to tell what is selected and what's not, because the only thing indicating that we have a selection on a certain number is this little red dot. I don't like that at all. And because of how the gears are all on the bottom, it's hard to see what's in your inventory, especially like my axe and my pickaxe. But the XP bar is kind of interesting. The hearts are cool, and so was the hunger bar. I wouldn't use this, but let me know, would you? Now, since we had a whole lot of stuff on our hotbar, we got the clean hotbar. Unfortunately, it looks like this one is incompatible. Let's move on. Underwater fabric. This one is cool. You could already tell here, we got like ocean looking, coral and all that stuff. But then we go in here and holy smokes, unfortunately the inventory doesn't change. Again, it's a big bummer when they don't go that extra route. But we got pufferfish for our food, which is interesting, and squid for our hearts. The hotbar itself looks really nice, I will say that. So, if you like the ocean, if you're a big fan of that, then grab this one. Okay, Dark GUI Experience Plus. The inventory is changed. Holy crap, that recipe book looks so good. Everything that I'm able to create is colored in with this like gray, and everything that I'm not able to make is white, which makes it very clear for me to tell what I'm able to craft and what I'm not able to craft. But the UI system, oh my, this actually looks really cool for furnace, and we've got a pretty nice inventory system as well. This is the dark mode version, so there is a probably a light version. The hotbar itself does look pretty simple, but it's nice at the same time. It's a good simple. The hunger bar doesn't change, but the hearts do change. They almost look like they're a little more shiny. Gives it almost a fantasy look. And finally, I can't leave this one out. This is the RGB UI system. Specifically, oh, never mind, it is actually a GUI system, and it's, oh my goodness, this is so good. Now, I used to see this all the time and think like, dang, it's only a hotbar, but this is actually a full GUI. We've got the furnace, we've got the crafting table, even the crafting recipe, which looks so good. The large chest as well, and of course your inventory itself. This is definitely a keeper. Something I would consider, because if you feel like gaming, you can't go wrong with some RGBs, let me just tell you. So appreciate you watching. If you liked any of these, leave a like, check out the description for all the links, and subscribe for more Minecraft content like this.